I'm Badri from Handanan, India, working in the capacity of CGM skills development in the organization. So this is an organization based out in Chennai, have formed about 2.64 million jobs since last 12 years, and we have a goal to reach 5 million jobs by 2040, and that's why we feel very correct to be partnering with SVP. So for the job creation model that we have, we do two things. One is building social capital and the other one is building economic capital. Social capital means we see improves social cohesion, build trust and respect, empower poor women. Building economic capital, we mean improve decision making, develop business acumen, establish viable business, develop market access, and access to finance. Yeah, the target is 5 million jobs by 2020. And there's an organization which works in 10 states in India and 3 other countries, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and Cambodia. So our achievement stands as of November 16 as 2.63 million jobs created. So mobilizing women, building capacity by means of mandatory training programs for the women, facilitate group activities, rotate leadership, promote savings and lending, and teaching them in strong bookkeeping. These are some of the things we say under the social capital. And empowering women, we say promote independent thinking, encourage interest in social issues as well, and promote enterprises. So we have enrolled 1.35 million women into over a lakh of self-help groups as of November. In building economic capital, we improve the decision making, provide basic finance and knowledge, encourage making credit decisions, teach business skills. Develop business acumen, teach preparing business plans, conduct exposure visits, provide technical skills. Establishing viable business, identify sectors with inelastic demand, provide handholding support, which is very essential. Develop market access, federate them into enterprises, build value chains, leverage CSR programs of companies. Access to capital, provide microloans, as well as we link them with banks. The women enrolled with us have saved so far 5308.71 million Indian rupee. Loans that we have disbursed through microcredit is 5845.47 million Indian rupee. And total enterprises created so far is 1.5 million. So this is our model to look at. So we were initially doing family-based enterprises to start with, and now we have scaled up to a model like this where we see a lot of sustainability and stable ecosystem. So while empowering the individual to consider working, we see 3 major things: awareness of possibilities to be given to them, social freedom and skills, freeing up time. So this is done by us, by the community, which is the self-help groups, and through our microfinance team as well. Educating individuals to develop a skill. Awareness of the market is very important, so we have to orient them towards that rather than looking at parallelly or individually. We build vocational skills. We are one of the partners with NSDC, and we have a very unique partnership with NSDC, unlike their support to many organizations in the country, where the skilling plus the microcredit is taken as a study by NSDC with us, and that's one of the very unique this thing. And we also got an opportunity with NSDC that the assessment fee, which is fixed by the Sector Skills Council, is waived to almost only 100 rupees because we work mostly with the poor. Normally it used to be 1,200 and plus depending on various sectors. So we are working on a kind of a satellite model where in a given community where we identify scope, We have the training infrastructure. As you know, the earlier discussions, this was talked about a bit about the NOS and the standards, the framework that the country is going ahead through NSDC's interventions. So we will have those curriculums in place and the affiliated trainers. So the quality and standards in terms of delivery is not a question. And we also look at having a satellite center so that the women, once they get trained, can have a common place to come together, work, and the organization facilitates them with work orders, jobs, and things like that. So they don't have to run around. So this model can ensure complete conversion from training to livelihood. So that is what is the model we are working at. And earlier, each of our family-based enterprises, we have estimated that it produces or it generates 1.8 jobs. Whereas this kind of a satellite unit, at a stretch, we look at easily between 75 to 100 jobs created in one place. And probably this can also work well when the bankers and others can come understand this and support this program. We have done successful models in dairy value chain enterprises where we have partnership with some of the banks in Tamil Nadu, where they support for individuals to get into this system. So this is how it works. A little detailing of the model. So women in the local area, so we need to have a vocational skilling center. So then we have the satellite production units. So once the women get skill trained, they can have an opportunity to have a sustainable livelihood. So we have set these models in sectors like dairy, handicrafts, and apparel. So this is our key ask. We have plans to reach ambitious numbers through NSDZ program across 4 states. And we have a plan to set up 46 centers, skill training centers with the infrastructure prescribed by the NSDC. The NSDC program supports us in the, they've also given us a bit of grant to manage our operational cost. And they've also are giving us a soft loan to try the microcredit along with the skill training program. There's an element for this infrastructure establishment that Hananan is supposed to seek support from companies through CSR. And we've been doing that over the last 4-5 months, and we've done about 10 centers, more so in Tamil Nadu, and we're looking for support in other states. So this would be our requirement, and if somebody supports us for the capex, what I've projected here is that they can help us generate jobs, which is estimated at 23,000 odd. Thank you.
Wow. I've never seen a buzzer having that effect, but it was just this coincidence. So we have more time for questions. Okay, folks, I think this was a stunning presentation. So any questions, comments? Yes, sir. Can you just also say who you are for the benefit of the audience?
My name is Anil Kumar. I think my tax founder.
Just one sec. We'll just get a mic to you. Yeah.
My name is Anil Kumar. At the bottom. My name is sorry.
Just shout.
Yeah, I work with Tax
Hello.
Foundation.
Yeah.
My question is on your federating model that you talked about. How do you make the federations help them in their self-sustenance?
Yeah.
The question was, how do you make the federation or the federated model self-sufficient in terms of?
Yeah. So as I said, we have done successful federations in 2-3 sectors: dairy, apparel, handicrafts, and hand embroidery. So the initial 18 months, we take it through a model, through a grant model, where we bring in orders, we bring in revenues, We mobilize women and we create rules and we empower them to take over. So it takes about 18 to 24 months. 18 months is doable. And once that is done, we start this with the registered entity right from the beginning. But the stake of hand in hand will be there for 18 months and slowly it withdraws. So we, for example, dairy sector, we have a partnership with banks where we jointly make assessments for credit rating and we give them loans so they buy best breeds and become member in the entity, and that's how it happens. And similarly for apparels, for buying sewing machines, we seek support from banks. We work around and we try to create links for working orders. So we provide them the minimum wages and other social benefits as part of the entity. We also have organic farmers producer company. So that's the next level. Once they're done, we cross through this 18-24 months phase successfully, then we register it as a producer company where a lot of compliance and statutory requirements are there. So we do it at the later stage. So we start in the project mode, convert it into an entity in the form of a trust or something, and later shift it to a registered entity as a producer company. So 3-4 models are very successful with us, particularly for apparel and dairy. We are closely working with Indian Bank.
Thank you very much, Badri. Thank you for it.